Eras. That's something I want to talk about today. There's many different eras that someone can have in their life. For an example, when I was younger, I acted stupid and I did stupid things that were not good. And now that I am older, I am reflecting back on that and understanding that those things were not good. And I understand that I was in the wrong. And I understand the fact that I am able to change. My past does not define me. What defines me is what I do tomorrow and what I do today and what I do in this current moment, because I now control that with self-control. Now, some of the eras I've had have almost killed me, but since I am learning how to have self-control, I'm not totally worried anymore about tomorrow or what tomorrow holds. I know that tomorrow is just another day, and I'm gonna live it, and I'm gonna live it to my fullest ability. And I'm not gonna let anyone damper my days anymore. If something is off about my day, and it's usually the little things that are off. For an example, I try to make an effort to keep my space clean. I try to make a big effort of that these days. But when I look around and, maybe I just worked out or I just got back home from something and I'm kind of tired, and I see a big mess and bottles everywhere and clothes on the ground and my bed's not made and whatnot, I feel out of order, to say the least, and I don't feel right. Now, a way that I kind of counter these problems is by, cleaning the room, looking at what needs to be done and actually doing it, because that's what matters. Now, I've not always been in this era. Last year was a rough year for me. At one point, I lost a lot of weight because I was an addict. And, by the end, I thought I was gonna die. And now that I'm living in a world which I've made and living, reading the Word of God and trying to be the best that I can possibly be, to the best of my ability, because I am young and I'm still figuring things out. But I know that I can get through it. And I know that no matter what comes in my way, no matter what challenge, I'm gonna face it, and I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna sit here and be a victim. I'm not gonna sit here and I'm not just gonna sit here in general. I'm gonna get up, do the work that needs to be done, because that's how I'm living now. I'm happy to be able to say that. And I'm happy that I'm able to actually look at this camera and say these things, because this is what I'm truly thinking. This is how I am now. I'm excited for this new era. I am afraid, because there's a lot of work that needs to be done. And thinking about everything that I'm gonna have to do, and, it piles up, I could understand why, I can get overwhelmed. Overwhelming myself is one of the worst enemies. Also, temptations to smoke, temptations to drink, temptations to do any sort of drugs, it comes through my mind, but I counter it. Living sober has really made me realize that I was missing out on a lot of things in life. A lot of things that, I'm now noticing. Especially when I go for my long walks, I tend to notice things in nature and, even just the birds and the flowers and everything that comes with life. I notice it. And that's a beautiful thing, because for a long time, I stopped noticing all those things. For a long time, I was a vessel, and that's it. I was just a vessel. I felt like I was losing my soul, and now I feel like I'm gaining it back. I would like to talk about an experience that I had that, really changed my life. At my worst point that I've ever been at, I've been awake many days, and I saw things that were so real to me, but it wasn't real. None of it was. The mind can play tricks on you, and I don't want to fully go into this yet. Maybe in another video I'll take the time to explain some of that, but the mind is a very, very interesting thing. Because without the mind, there's nothing. But without nothing, I don't know where I was going with that. Alright, I don't know where I was going with that. I'm gonna be honest. But, I was trying to make some sort of metaphor or something. You guys can get the point, yeah. But basically, what I want to say, we're in December now. In 2 weeks, I'm going to fly out to Michigan. Right now, I'm in California. I'm going to fly out to Michigan and have a few weeks to really figure out who I am. And I'm excited about this, but, I understand that when I come back, there's going to be a lot of work that needs to be done. And I'm happy about that. I'm happy that when I come back, there's going to be actual things going on. And it's not just going to be, the same old. I'm happy because I know I'm going to be motivated, and I'm going to be excited to get back into the world and to go to work and to do everything I want to do, because I know that I'm capable of great things. But sometimes it just takes a while to get where you want to be. And if it didn't take a while to get where you want to be, then getting where you want to be wouldn't matter, would it? Because, if you put all that effort into getting to a better spot for yourself, then you value it 100 times more than if you just got it like that. So that's basically what I want to say for this video. There's many eras that a person goes through, but you will overcome those eras. You will end up in a different era at some point. Good or bad depends on you. It also depends on your faith, I believe. I have faith. And I trust that through Jesus Christ, I can become who I'm meant to be, who I am truly meant to be. Because I love myself. And that's something I haven't been able to say for a long time. I also have great regard for others. And I'd advise y'all do as well. Materialistic stuff is not where it's at. Worrying about materialistic things is not where it's at. It's what is good for the soul. And I'm saying that with my whole heart. And I hope anyone who's out there who's listening to this, I know I'm talking an awful lot. Some would even maybe say yapping. But in this day and age, some people need a little yap. Because it's a weird time that we live in. It's a very weird time. As the overall era for everybody, the era that we're all in together, it is a weird time. All these, the AI bubble and everything that's going on, feeling like you're unheard, getting drowned in social media and unable to really describe what's the world we live in really about. I mean, I try to kind of get the gist of everything, but it's hard. It's hard because what is the world about these days? It's about whatever you think it's about. Your world and your reality, everybody has their own personal reality, and it's what you make of it. If you choose to, mess around, then that's your reality, and it's not going to be serious, and it's not going to be, But anyways, I'm not trying to preach. I'm just here to, I have a lot of love for my fellow people now. And I'm happy that I'm able to do this, talking on a video. Even if I got no one watching it, I'll watch it later on, and it will motivate myself, because in reality, that's all I need is myself. I only need myself, and you watching this, if you're watching this, you only need yourself. Yeah, you can hear people saying stuff, but in reality, it's up to you and what you want to do and how you want to better yourself. So, that's all I gotta say. And hope y'all have a great rest of your night or day or whatever's going on for y'all. And I'm gonna do this again tomorrow. Because I enjoy doing this. I enjoy talking to a camera, believe it or not. Isn't that crazy? I'm just happy that I have some valuable things to say now instead of just some random garbage. And yeah, so peace out. You know what I'm saying?